مش عايز الشات بوكس، انا اللي بعمل ايه كده. انزل من السلم، ممكن تبقى تاخد شقه حاجه كتير ثواني بس تعمل سؤال. Okay, good morning, how are you? Where are the rest of your friends? Today I'm going to revise grammar, okay? So as to be prepared for the exam, okay? All right. The indefinite pronouns. An indefinite pronoun refers to a person, a place, a thing, or an idea that may or may not be specifically named. Some indefinite pronouns are singular, others are plural. Certain indefinite pronouns may be either singular or plural, depending on how they are used. For example, no one knows the answer. Where is the indefinite pronoun? No one. Okay, so I'm going to use a singular verb. Okay, most of the article is interesting because I'm focusing on article. Most of the article is interesting. Let's look at the indefinite pronouns that use a plural verb. Several, this is the indefinite pronoun, have submitted. Several have submitted paintings. Most of his articles are interesting. So most is the indefinite pronoun, and I use here the plural verb because most of his articles. Let's answer the exercise. I'm going to answer. I just want you to listen to the explanation so as not to be confused. Although exercises seem to be easy, but they are tricky, and students are confused in exams. Neither of the candidates, if I have the subject, neither, and I'm just stating neither of this group, then I'm going to use a singular verb. So neither of the candidates has run for office before. Number 2, most of the soup. Now soup here is singular, so most of the soup was done. I'm explaining. I just want you to understand all these just minor points, but they are tricky. None of the athletes, in this case, because athletes is plural, then I'm going to use plural verb, where none of the athletes were tired after the tournament. Number 4, a few of the volunteers, a few of, so here a group, a few of the volunteers were selected, Okay, very good. Then all of the cheese being eaten, hello Jana, okay? So I'm going to choose has all the cheese. Has all of the cheese been eaten? I'm going to use what? A singular verb, because cheese and the structure, all of the cheese is going to have, cheese is uncountable noun, all of the cheese, so I'm going to use the verb has, singular verb. Someone from your fan club, someone. So I'm going to use which verb? Is. Someone from your fan club is. None of the rain, So I'm going to use has, singular verb. None of the rain has. Okay. Number 8, space. Either of the movies available to rent. So I'm going to choose is, because I have either. So if I have the subject either, I'm going to choose a singular verb. 9, everyone, including the movie critics. Don't focus on the group of words between the inverted commas. Just focus on everyone. Everyone, singular. So I'm going to choose singular verb. Raves. Everyone raves. Number 10, everybody in the meeting. Again, everybody, like everyone, singular subject. So I'm going to choose agrees. Number 11, some of the cookies, some, plural, some of the cookies, so plural subject. Again, this is indefinite pronoun, plural subject. So I'm going to choose have. Very good. Number 12. Has or have anyone. Has or have anyone. Anyone, like everyone, like everybody. Singular, indefinite pronoun. Everyone. So I'm going to say what? Anyone. Number 12. Has anyone calculated the circumference of the circle? This is in mathematics, circumference of the circle. Okay, all right. Number 13, few of the items, plural, indefinite pronoun. Few of the items were. Few of the items were. Okay, all right. Number 14, space, many of Jason's friends. Many of Jason's friends. So plural, subject. So I'm going to use the verb do. Do many of Jason's friends. 15, all of the students, plural subject. Indefinite pronoun, plural subject. All of the students were. 16, space, any of the varnish. Any of the varnish. Singular subject. So I'm going to use was. Very good. Then somebody. 17, somebody. Singular, indefinite pronoun. Singular, indefinite pronoun. Somebody, everybody, anybody, everyone. So they take singular verbs. Somebody has. 18, nothing, singular. Nothing, singular, indefinite pronoun. Nothing surprises. Each of, number 19, each of the contest entries, each of singular subject, singular indefinite pronoun, each of the contest entries is 20. Everything, again, like everybody, everyone, anyone, somebody. So everything, singular indefinite pronoun, everything in my locker smells. Okay, singular verb. So now we focused on some indefinite pronouns. We focused on some singular indefinite pronouns, and we just had an idea about some plural indefinite pronouns. Then we move to indefinite pronouns B. Indefinite pronouns again refers to a person, place, a thing, or an idea that may or may not be specifically named. It's not important to mention the name. Some indefinite pronouns are singular, others are plural. Certain indefinite pronouns may be either singular or plural, depending on how they are used. Everybody likes couch wine. None of the song was familiar, because song. Then plural, few. No of the job opening, few. So if I have the indefinite pronoun few, I use a plural verb. None of the songs, songs is plural. None of the songs were familiar. Okay, then complete each of the following sentences by adding an indefinite pronoun that agrees with the verb. So focus on the verb and choose a suitable indefinite pronoun, like unfortunately. None of the which is left. Okay, number one. For example, of the children was interested. Let's choose neither. Neither of the children was interested in swimming. I have the verb here, singular. So I'm going to choose an indefinite pronoun that matches with the verb. Once I have the verb singular, so I will choose the indefinite pronoun neither. Number two. Does want my peanut butter sandwich. Now you have the auxiliary verb does. But actually, if you are going to say, for example, anybody, we use it with a singular verb. But because we have the auxiliary question, which is does, so of course it's going to be what? The verb is not going to be with S, because we have does. So does anybody want my peanut butter? Number three, I have the verb where. So I can choose the indefinite pronoun some. Some of the students. Okay, very good. Four, has submitted a vote for class officers. Has everyone. Five, of Terry's friends. No, I have a plural verb here. Number five, several of Terry's friends. And I have a plural verb, so I'm going to use the indefinite pronoun several. Six, in the backyard has been rattling in the wind. Rattling, making a noisy sound. Six, I'm going to use the indefinite pronoun, an indefinite pronoun that matches with a singular verb. Number six, something in the backyard. Seven, of the sisters have taken. Plural verb, have taken. So I'm going to use the indefinite pronoun, both. Eight, do. Of you know, plural verb. Do some of you. Do some of you. Nine, during the basketball game, all of the snacks and drinks were sold. All of the snacks and drinks were, plural verb. So I'm going to choose the indefinite pronoun all. Don't be confused and collect the indefinite pronouns in your notebook so as not to be confused. They are not the words that are written in the rectangle at the top only. All right, all, something, both, some, everyone, all these are indefinite pronouns. You should distinguish between the indefinite pronouns that uses singular verb, plural verb, or both of them. Number 10 of my research is finished. Research is singular. I'm going to use most, and I have the what collocation with of. Most of my research is finished now. Okay, let's move to this exercise. Some of the following sentences contain errors in the agreement between indefinite pronouns and verbs. Cross out each incorrect verb. Above it, write the correct form of a verb. If the sentence is already correct, write C after it. Number 11, is any of these books yours? I can't say is, and I have the subject books. Okay, any of these, indefinite pronoun any of these books. Okay, so I'm going to cross is and write are. Number 12, several of us, indefinite pronoun that takes a plural verb. Several of us, indefinite pronoun that takes a plural verb. So I'm going to cross is and write are. Number 13, neither of. Look at the noun that comes after neither of the horses. Okay, so when I have neither of, then I'm going to choose a singular verb. Neither of the horses is, because you say, I'm not focusing on any horse. Neither of the horses is. Okay, none of the runners were on the track yet. This is number 14. None of the runners were on the track yet. This is correct sentence. None of the runners were on the track yet. Correct sentence. Then, one of the large pieces of cantaloupe. One of the large pieces of cantaloupe is. So you cross R and write is. Then let's complete compound subjects. Subjects joined by and generally take a plural verb, like Peru and Chile are South American countries. Singular subjects joined by or nor take a singular verb. Plural subjects joined by or nor take a plural verb. Singular subjects joined, take care, the internet, the connection is unstable. I hope everything will be fine. Either the battery or the starter needs. So I'm going to use singular verb. Neither the Hendersons nor the Chongs want. Okay, because here Chongs plural. Neither the players nor the couch agrees. If you are going to use the conjunction neither and you find the subject beside the verb singular, so you are going to use the verb singular. But if you are going to use the conjunction neither and you have the subject beside the verb, where is the subject beside the verb in the last sentence? Players, plural subject. Then your verb is going to be plural. So when you use the conjunction neither, adapt your verb according to the nearest subject. Focus on the last two sentences. Neither the players nor the couch agrees, because I have couch singular. So agrees singular. Neither the couch nor the players agree. I have the nearest subject, players, plural. So I will use plural verb. Okay. Underline the verb in parentheses that agrees with the compound subject of the sentence. Let's look at the example. Neither Whitney nor Angela. Angela singular, so appears. Number one, look at the sentence. Look at the sentence. The producer and director of Schindler's List. The producer and director of Schindler's List, space Steven Spielberg. I'm focusing on one person. This person, Steven Spielberg, is the producer and director. So I'm going to choose the verb was. So you have to read the sentence till the end. Number two. So number one, the answer is was, because I'm focusing on Steven Spielberg. This person is the producer and the director, but I'm focusing on one person. So was, number 2, 8 crew members and a captain. And I have a compound subject joined by and. So plural verb, where? Number 3, neither her manuscript nor her research notes. Research notes. Look at the subject beside the verb. If you have the conjunction neither, focus on the subject beside the verb. Research notes, plural subject. So where? Number 4, Whoopi Goldberg or Billy Crystal. Okay? So here you have Whoopi Goldberg or Billy Crystal when I have the conjunction or. Okay? So I'm going to use the singular verb is. Rice and beans, her favorite meal. Complete the sentence till the end. It's only one meal. Favorite meal. So I'm going to use is. Don't be confused by and at the beginning of the sentence. Because he is telling me that rice and beans is her favorite meal. Favorite meal, singular. So I'm going to choose is. Then let's move to the what? To the other lesson. Compound subjects B. Again, the same ideas. Subjects joined by and generally take a plural verb. Singular subjects joined by or nor take a singular verb. Plural subjects joined by or nor take a plural verb. When a singular subject and a plural subject are joined by or nor, the verb agrees with the subject that is nearer the verb, as I told you. Baseball and soccer. And I have a compound subject joined by and. So, of course, the verb plural are. Neither the president nor the vice president is. Both of them are singular. Is either bobcats or wild bears appear. Why? Because the subject near the verb is plural. Wild boars appear. Either pizza or sandwiches. Sandwiches plural are either sandwiches or pizza. Pizza singular is. Okay. Underline the verb in parentheses that agrees with the compound subject of the sentence. Let's look at the example. Natural disasters and shipwrecks. Compound subject joined by the conjunction and. Plural verb, fascinate. Facts and a good photograph. Compound subject joined by the conjunction and. Plural verb, teach. The first verb, teach. Facts and a good photograph, teach. Because we have a compound subject joined by the conjunction and. In science class, my friends and I, again, compound subject. Because who is reading? My friends and I. So compound subject connected by the conjunction and. My friends and I are reading. Okay, are reading. Number 3, each day, either Mr. Sims or students. Either Mr. Sims or students. In this case, I will focus on the subject beside the verb, which is students, plural. So I'm going to use plural verb, present. Because students is plural, I will choose the verb present. Number 4, a tornado and a tidal wave, compound subject joined by and are. Classified as natural disasters. Earthquakes and floods. Again, compound subject connected by the conjunction and. Fall. 6, either an avalanche or a rock slide. Either an avalanche or a rock slide makes. Why? Because the subject beside the verb, rock slide singular. So I'll choose makes, singular verb. A shipwreck or a plane crash. I have the structure or the conjunction here or, and the subject beside the verb is plane crash, singular. So I'll choose the singular verb is. Very good. Then neither the captain nor the passengers I have the conjunction neither nor. I focus on the subject before the verb. Passengers, plural. I'll choose the plural verb expect because I have passengers, plural. Expect. 9. Watery graves and underwater treasure. Compound subject joined by the conjunction and, plural verb, are. So number 9, watery graves and underwater treasure. Compound subject joined by and, are. 10, the book's writer and photographer. Complete the sentence till the end. I'm just mentioning the name of the person who is the book's writer and photographer, Dr. Jimenez. So I'm talking about one person. So I'll choose the singular verb is. The book's writer and photographer is Dr. Jimenez. Okay, in the following sentences, cross out any verb that does not agree with its subject. Above the verb, write the correct verb. Write C above the verb if it already agrees with its compound subject. Either a ticket or a season pass. Of course, it's not R because, again, I have the structure either or. Then I look at the subject before the verb, it's singular, season pass. So I'm going to cross R and write is. 11, thrilling rides and a tall roller coaster. Compound subject, connected by and, so plural verb. Cross makes and write make. 12, either the water rides or the new roller coaster are. R is wrong. Why? Because roller coaster singular. So cross R and write is. 13. Neither Roger nor the twins want. The twins, plural. Want, plural verb. Correct sentence. 13, correct sentence. 14, Ted and Natalie is going to the food court. Of course, wrong. Cross is and write are. Ted and Natalie. Compound subject connected by the conjunction and. 15, 2 drinks or a sandwich cost about the same. I have the conjunction or and, the subject beside the verb. The nearest subject beside the verb is sandwich. Sandwich is singular, so cross cost and write costs. Add an S, costs. Then I move to other problems in agreement. Collective nouns may be either singular or plural, depending on the meaning in a sentence. Collective nouns, when I say the jury, the jury at the court, a group of what? Of lawyers. Of course, they give the judgment. They state whether the criminal is going to be executed, is going to be innocent. This is the jury. Okay? So the jury has reached a verdict here. I'm focusing on one person. Sometimes if I'm focusing on the individuals, okay, many individuals in this position, okay, who are staying at the court, so I say the jury are, if I'm concerned or if I'm focusing on a group of individuals. In the following sentences, underline the verb in parentheses that agrees with the collective noun. The audience, then I complete the sentence. Slowly finding their seats in the theater. I have the pronoun verb. So of course the audience are. The audience are. Collective nouns, audience. Okay, the audience are. Okay, then number 1, a troop of Boy Scouts. A troop, I mean a group of Boy Scouts is. So number 1 is a troop, collective noun, a group of Boy Scouts is. Collective nouns, they take singular verbs. Sometimes they take plural verbs according to the meaning. Okay, if you have the subject, a troop of Boy Scouts, a troop of men, use the singular verb is. A swarm of bees, again, swarm, a group of bees is. A swarm of bees is. The visiting, number 4, the visiting band. The band, I mean the individuals here. Whenever I state or I mention that the subject is band, use plural verb. The visiting band are staying with families of our own band. So when you have the collective noun band, use plural verb. So the visiting band are the chwar. This collective noun takes a singular verb, meets the shwar, meets for practice at 7 o'clock. Beside the pond in the pasture, the herd of cows. The herd of cows. Let's complete the sentence till the end. The herd of cows waiting for the rancher to bring them hay. The herd of cows are waiting for the rancher. Okay? Herd of cows, group of cows, collective noun. Then the class introduced to its state representative. I have the pronoun its. The class was. The class was introduced. Why? Because I have the pronoun its. So I'm going to treat here class as one unit. The class was introduced. In dance class, the group divides. The group divides. The group, it's considered as one unit, divides. 9, the assembly invited to cast their. So once I have the pronoun their, so the assembly are invited. Here I'm focusing on the members of the assembly. Once he has mentioned their as a pronoun. The public, I want the verb here. The public, its opinion. Once I have the pronoun its, so the public voices. Voices, okay. In exercise B. Just I'm going to answer 3 sentences from exercise B. In the following sentences, cross out each incorrect verb and write the correct verb above it. If the sentence is correct, write C. Let's answer the first 3. The faculty in their classrooms. So I have their. So cross is and write are. 12. My whole family eager to meet its new neighbors. Its. My whole family was eager. I'm considering here the family one unit. And I gave it the pronoun its. So I use a singular verb instead of where, was. 13, a large number. Received a large number, collective noun. Has received their rebates. Once I have the pronoun their, cross has and write have. Then I move to other problems in agreement. A verb agrees with its subject, but not necessarily with a predicate nominative. Our leading crop, the predicate nominative, okay, the subject agrees, a verb agrees with its subject. Where is the predicate nominative? The predicate nominative is the word that comes after verb to be. The predicate nominative is blueberries, but the verb, you adapt your verb, which is according to the subject, which is crop. Crop is singular, so you are going to choose a singular verb. Don't focus on the predicate nominative, which comes after verb to be. No, I'm not going to focus on what? I'm not going to focus on the predicate nominative. I'm going to focus on subject and verb. Okay, then our leading crop. Let's try this one. Our leading crop is blueberries. Crop subject is verb. When the subject follows the verb, find the subject and make sure that the verb agrees with it. Here is a bowl of soup. Where is the subject? Bowl. It's not necessary that the subject comes before the verb. So if the subject comes after the verb, just look, where is the subject, and then adapt your verb. The subject is bowl, so the verb is singular is. In the following sentences, underline the subject. If the subject and verb do not agree, cross out the incorrect verb form and write the correct form above it. If the verb already agrees with the subject, write C above the verb. Okay, let's look now. There is 4 place settings on the dining table. Of course, settings is the subject. I will underline the subject, settings. Cross is and write are, because is singular and I have a plural subject. Okay? Now, let's look at number 1. Chelsea and Juan was the favorite couple at the dance. Where is the subject? Underline. Chelsea and Juan, compound subject. So was is wrong. Was, cross it and write where. Number 2. Here is the beads for the handmade bracelet. Where is the subject? Underline it. Beads. Beads is plural. Number 2. So is. Cross it out and write are. Number 3. The winners are a secret until the ceremony. The winners. Subject, underline it. The verb are correct. So number 3 correct. 4. When is the times for the school play auditions? The times subject. So cross out is and write are. Cross out is and write are. 5. There are several reasons for my admiration of my mom. Reasons, underline it. Okay, and the verb is are, correct sentence. Number 5, correct sentence. 6. The walls of the house. Where is the subject? The walls. Underline the walls. Okay? Where is the verb is? Is doesn't match with the walls. So cross out is and write are. 7. What's the results of your talk with Joy? Where is the subject? The results. Cross out is and write are. What are the results? What are the results? I have a plural subject, so plural verb. Cross out is and write are. 8. The late night intruder. Intruder singular. Underline intruder. And then adapt your verb. Cross out where and write was, because intruder is the subject. Cross out where and write was. 9. Where are my box of oil paints? Where is the subject? Box. Underline box. Box is singular. Cross out are and write is. Where is my box of oil paints? The doctor's first priority was the patients in the waiting room. Where is the subject? Priority. Priority is singular. So was singular. Correct. So number 10 is correct. Then we move to another exercise. Again, other problems in agreement C. An expression of an amount, a measurement, a percentage, or a fraction, for example, may be singular or plural, depending on how it's used. $10 was the price. $10 was the price. Okay? So here I used it as singular, right? Then let's look at this example. $10 were scattered across the room. If I'm talking about the price, then it's singular. I'll give it singular verb. But if I'm just talking about $10, they were scattered across the room. So here we give it a plural verb. 15% of the check is a fair tip. 15% of the members are in agreement according to the meaning. Underline the verb in the parenthesis that agrees with the expression of an amount. $3 were lying on the table. This is the example. $3 were lying on the table. 50% of the tables are occupied. Are occupied. 2 years complete the length of time. So 2 years is the length of time I saved up for my car. 3/4 of the painting. 3/4 of the painting was completed yesterday. 4 quarts. 4 quarts make plural verb. Make a gallon. 45 minutes. Complete the length of one class period is 45 minutes is the length of one class period. During the sale, 30%, during the sale, 30% is marked off the prices. 7, 5 gallons of paint. Complete. The right amount is 5 gallons of paint is the right amount. 2 cups of peeled sliced apples. The bowl, 2 cups of peeled sliced apples. Space, the bowl fills. Okay, then 3 days, plenty of time is. 3 days is plenty of time to finish the work. 70% of the students plural, 70% of the students want. Cross out any verb that does not agree with the expression of an amount. 90 minutes, the length of the movie. Cross out R and write is. 3/4 of the flour. Have, cross out have and write has. 11, cross out have and write has. 12, around 4 years. Cross out R and write is. Around 4 years is needed. Number 13, what do you think about number 13? 5 kilometers is the distance, correct. Number 14, 2 pint. 2 pint fills. Adapt your verb, fills. 15, 2 months of her vacation. Cross out was and write where. 16, 2/3 of the fruit salad. Is, not are. Cross R and write is. 3 hours. Number 17. Are enough time. Cross out R and write is. 18. The number of candidates. Number 18. The number of candidates is. Correct. 19. $6. Are neatly arranged on the table. Cross out is and write are. 20. 16 ounces. Equal, cross out equal and write equals. Equals 1 pound. Other problems in agreement. When the relative pronoun that, which, or who, you know that these are the relative pronouns, is the subject in an adjective clause, the verb in the clause agrees with the word to which the relative pronoun refers. The actors from our school who, the relative pronoun refers to actors, and actors is plural. So I'm going to use a plural verb. Are. Why? Because who refers to actors. Look at the other example. The actors from a school that is. Why? Because that, the relative pronoun refers to school, and school is singular. So I'm going to use a singular verb. The actors from a school that is. A subject preceded by every or many takes a singular verb. Every student. Once the subject comes before it every, then I'm going to use the singular verb, was uploaded. Many a cheer was heard.